Well, hey there. It's Laurie Lynnsee. And my usual friends are going to laugh at this. So I went live at noon. It's now 12:22. And it immediately cut off. And I had no idea because there's a new feature on StreamYard that doesn't tell you that you're live when you're in this other mode. I don't know. If you believe in Mercury retrograde, here's a great example. So hello there. Sherry's back. Thank you for coming back. Lynn is probably like, I have no idea what happened. So I don't know what happened. I hit live. It said I was live, and then I just ended it, and it said go live. Oh, goodness gracious. So, yeah. So welcome back to Tuesday, round 2. So each week, we explore the intersection of science, spirituality, and the wisdom that already lives inside of us. And I'm Laurie Lynnsee, and I help women in the second half of their life reconnect themselves so that they can trust their intuition, regulate their central nervous system, and follow their own inner compass. And last week, we asked, does your body know before your mind? Yes, Sherry, gremlins. Sherry knows. Sherry is well aware of my technology issues. So last week we talked about, does our body know before the mind? And we discovered that the heart is more than a pump. It's constantly sending information to our brains. And it influences your emotions that influence your thinking. It influences your intuition. And today I want to take that conversation one step further. So here's today's question. Can appreciation actually change biology? Can it? What do you think? Put your thoughts in. Yes or no? Can appreciation, the act of appreciation, actually change biology? So even if you're live or you are, watching from the replay, yeah, I'm still learning StreamYard. So the answer is yes. Yes. And the science behind it is fascinating. So let's talk about the difference between appreciation and gratitude. And before we begin, we need to make a distinction about each of those. They're super similar. Many people use the words interchangeably, and they are related, but they're not exactly the same thing. Gratitude is often a response. Someone gives you something, someone does something kind for you. You receive a gift, and something wonderful happens, and you naturally feel grateful. Appreciation is just a little bit different. Appreciation is more about something you can intentionally cultivate, even when life isn't perfect. And I'm not here to tell you that life is going to be perfect. It's not. But I can help you with some tools to get it on the right track. So you can appreciate your morning coffee. You can appreciate that bird outside your window. I love waking up in the morning and hearing the birds. You can appreciate the warmth of the sunshine, even in Minnesota in July. The fact is that your heart has never stopped beating. You can be grateful for that. You can appreciate that. Your own resilience. Appreciation is a practice rather than a simple reaction. And what is happening in the body? What's happening in the body when we do this? So there are actually physiological changes that happen. When we feel worried, frustrated, angry, or overwhelmed, our nervous system shifts into protection. Our breathing changes. Our heart rhythm becomes irregular. Stress hormones increase. And the brain receives signals that say, stay alert. You better stay alert. Watch for danger. Don't relax. And your body is just trying to keep you in, it's just trying to make you survive. And that's its job, is survival, right? The problem is that many of us today are living that way all day long. You're living in survival mode all day long. Breaking news, email notifications, the constant input, even sitting and scrolling TikTok and watching cute kitty videos is input into your brain. There's constant input. And I think about my grandparents. They didn't have this constant input in their brain from an artificial source. Their input was having a conversation. Grandma would talk to grandpa over dinner, and they talked. They didn't have a phone in their hand, right? We're living very different lives than our grandparents. Now compare that with appreciation. When we intentionally focus on something we genuinely appreciate, our breathing naturally slows. Our heart rhythm becomes smoother and more ordered. It's called heart rate variability. They can measure that. They can actually measure. This is Heart Math Institute, Dr. Roland McCready. Look it up. They can now measure if you practice gratitude and appreciation. It can be measured in the heart. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to take just a short bird walk on this. This morning, so last night in Meditation Monday, we did gratitude, and we did the science of appreciation, and I used Heart Math Institute protocols for that meditation. And it slows your breathing, breathe through the heart, think of something that you appreciate, focus on that, where do you feel in the body, that sort of thing. If you want to know it, it's on my YouTube page. Then this morning I woke up, I have this wonderful sisterhood, and Sherry's a part of that sisterhood. And this morning, somebody in the group said, I'm going to practice gratitude and appreciation. And she didn't say, let's do this. Let's all jump on the bandwagon. Let's do this. She just said, I'm going to do this. And this is what I'm grateful for today. This is what I appreciate today. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. I'm going to jump on the bandwagon too. And then another person. So I started my day with this overwhelmingly sense of life is good. Life is good. And I have this circle of women. And it's not just the circle of women, but it's the relationships I'm cultivating and rewriting today. It's just amazing. So anyways, I go to the doctor. And I'm getting, the little thing they put on your hand, the finger, how they do that. She put that on and she goes, wow, your heart rate is at 68. And she said, looking back over your record, you're usually at 80 or 90. Isn't that interesting? Okay, now I'm getting a spin, so I hope I'm still recording. She's like, that's interesting. And I said, I think it's interesting too, and I'll tell you why. So I gave her a little spiel about heart coherence and heart-brain communication and the science of appreciation. See? There's a little scientific proof there. So the nervous system begins shifting towards regulation. And the brain receives completely different messages, and instead of danger, it starts receiving signals of safety. And I've already talked about this, that's what researchers are calling heart coherence. And why does this matter for intuition and hearing that inner voice? This is where I get excited. Because this connection is directly related to intuition. And women often tell me, I don't trust myself anymore. I can't make a decision. I have no idea what I'm going to make. What am I going to make for dinner? I don't know. I could plan my daughter's wedding, but what am I going to make for dinner tonight? It's because you've got so much input coming in. It's a constant input coming in, and you've lost that voice inside of you because there's too much external noise. Thank you, Sherry, for letting me know I'm still on. Other women say, I overthink everything. I analyze that. I make that 2 columns, pros and cons. And I seek advice from everybody. It's in there already. Your body's already telling you. You just need to know how. I don't know which direction is right is something else I hear. I don't believe most women have lost their intuition. I don't believe that. I think we all have access to it. I think we're all ingrained. It's part of, we were born into this world with it. What I do believe is that many of us have lost access to it because our nervous system stays stuck in survival mode, that fight or flight. If you think about it, most people say to me, oh, that's my constant life. Especially midlife women or women who are in the second half of life. They've built their career, they've built relationships, they've been the person that's always been there for other people, they they keep their house, they raise their children, and then all of a sudden, I'm looking at retirement. My kids went away to college. Who am I now? Who am I? And then I can't decide what's for dinner. It's difficult to hear your quiet inner voice of wisdom when everything out there is loud. God, the world is loud right now. Because our intuition, it whispers. And appreciation is just one of the tools in the toolbox that helps keep you quiet on the inside. So let's do a quick practice. I want to try something together. So taking a slow, deep breath and then release. Now I want you to think of someone or something that you genuinely appreciate. And don't say, well, I really should appreciate my son-in-law. No. If you do, great. But pick something you actually appreciate. Like right now, I'm appreciating the view outside my window, the lake with the lily pads, and so every time I look up, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the lake. But it's something you genuinely appreciate, and it should be something that just comes to you. Now hold that image in your mind for 30 seconds. I'm also thinking about my granddaughter. That one sends me right into heart coherence. We're getting together in a few weeks. She's going to be a new kindergartner, so we're going to have a back to school extravaganza, and I'm so excited because she's so fun. She's so fun. I just love her. So notice your breathing right now. Notice your shoulders relaxing. Notice how you feel in your body. I kind of feel floaty. What do you feel? I love it. Sherry said, I appreciate my sweetheart. So you may already start feeling a shift. I'm feeling a shift. Think about what happened to me. I was running late. I'm back from my appointment with my doctor. And then I did a 22-minute live that didn't record. So I was activated. And right now, I feel good. Does that mean I'm going to be there for 24/7? No, it just means in this moment now. And when things do get crazy, I can get back to this. That's the goal, is to get back to it. And it's not because I told you to do this. It's because your body already recognized the safety. So let's talk about the ripple effect. I love that appreciation is part of the ripple effect. So it spreads. If you're feeling appreciation, you're expressing appreciation, it spreads. And when we become calmer, we speak differently, we listen differently, we respond differently. And you know what? People around us notice. Like our children notice, our spouses notice, our coworkers start to notice. The stranger at the grocery store is going to notice. And I have to tell you, in the last month that I've been doing this heart coherence and heart brain stuff, everywhere I go. And my husband, if he was sitting here right now, he would say, yeah, what's really happening? I love your glasses. Oh, you look so cute. You just shine. I mean, and it's because, and they don't know this, it's because I'm exuding an energy of appreciation. I'm exuding an energy of I'm a safe person. I'm exuding a soft spot for people. And they don't even know it. They don't even know it. I think we're all empaths and we all pick up on energy. And I'm sharing that energy, the ripple effect. So the energy we cultivate inside of ourselves becomes something we offer to the world. So this week's invitation, this week, I would like you to practice something incredibly simple, just 3 times a day. I'd like you to pause, take in a slow, deep breath, and ask yourself, what do I genuinely appreciate in this moment? And don't make it complicated. Don't think of like a paragraph. Think of something simple. Because simple is just easy. It'll get you there faster. Maybe it's your cup of tea. Maybe it's your dog curdled up next to you. Curdled, yeah. I want a dog that's curdled. Curdle. Now I can't even say it. Curled. I mean, your dog curled up next to you or a kitty. Maybe it's your own courage. Just notice what happens. Notice your breathing. Notice your body. Notice whatever thought begins to soften, because that's your nervous system responding and you're regulating. So I talked about a curiosity list this week. If you're on board with me, this is part of the curiosity list. So keep note of, when you have taken a pause and had appreciation and thought things and slowed your breathing, and how is that changing? It's part of your curiosity list because you're curious about you. So, you know what? It's a practice. It's not something that I'm going to tell you to do it today and your life's going to be perfect. No, it's something that you build like a muscle. It's a physiological state. It's a way of helping the heart and brain communicate more coherently. And perhaps it's one of the simplest ways to begin hearing your inner compass again. So I would love to hear from you, whether you are live right now or if you are, pardon me, I got a little itch, or if you're watching this on the replay. Share in the comments, what is one thing that you are genuinely appreciative of today? So until next Tuesday, I would love you to keep following your inner compass. And if you want more information about me, what I do, what I offer, and joining the sisterhood, you can find me at www.laurielynnsee.com. So love and light to all. I hope you're all having a blessed day. And hopefully this recorded, because it does say that I've been live now for 16 minutes and 42 seconds. So I'm hopeful that technology worked the second time around. So I hope you're all having a blessed day. Love and light.